Hi guys, welcome back. Flamme Rouge Racing, stage 4. This is 19.6 miles, 349 metres of elevation on the Tour of Watopia. So, without further ado, let's get the racing going. And that's us away. As you can see, quite a big field. This is the 6 o'clock in the evening race. 152 riders in there, so no doubt it's going to be a fast one. The early morning ones, I think about 40 or 50 riders in. So sometimes I regret not doing the early ones, although I mentioned before I'm not much of a morning person. So everyone's pretty fast out of traps, 40k an hour, so 25 miles an hour. Everyone's kind of sitting there, and I'm trying to stay in and recover as much as I can. Although after a pretty tough 10 days, I am still feeling it within this pack. The first climb really comes at, this ramp doesn't really count. The first major climb kind of comes at 4.4k, so there's not a lot of time to warm up beforehand, and I would suggest like a race like this probably needs a good warm up. You see now as the climb starts, kind of ramps up quite a bit. I think they really try to thin out the pack straight away, and it's evident really early on that I've not got the legs for this. This is the moment where I watch the pack disappear away from me. Really disappointing and soul destroying, especially on this section where it's only 3%. I do try to get back on, but I just seem to have nothing, absolutely nothing in my legs, and just as I get close enough, within a couple of seconds, a second of the person in front, the second part of the climb happens, and my brain kind of gives in and says I haven't got the legs to do this, and then we turn right and we're not going up that bit of climb. So I was absolutely broken at that point, because I did think that I just haven't got that climb in me. If I had done some kind of recce or realised that we were going to turn right and not go up that second bit, then maybe I would have got out the saddle and tried to sprint on and try and catch the rest of the pack. So at this point, we had a number of riders around me, and I kind of settle in to think, well, I'm just going to try and stay with this group. A teammate of mine in there, Adam, and for quite a while over this first climb and up to the later stages, we stayed together a little bit better, working together, and we can see there's a kind of smaller pockets of groups up ahead that we kind of want to not just pick off, but let them join on, because the bigger the group seems to be, the faster we go, and a lot of these groups do just kind of latch on, but there is a group ahead that we're really trying to catch before the next climb, and we are kind of pushing on to try and do that. So I've got a few teammates in this race over various pens, as well as another YouTuber, Ollie Moore. He's in here. Follow him. He's great. He does the Not Tadej Pogacar channel. Really good racer. it was nice to jump on a race with him, even though I probably only seen him in the pen at the beginning. And I think he placed pretty well. Just as we get around this corner, we're starting to see the group ahead, but we are pushing to try and to get onto them as the sprint segment comes through. So Flamme Rouge Racing has a real great habit of having the sprint segment just before another climb. So we kind of split the working group up that we had, and the group ahead did get a gap away, again just at the base of the climb. So just as we were trying to regroup and maybe get a few more riders in there, we tackle the second of the 3 climbs. And just like that, kind of realised, as with the first climb, it's just I have absolutely nothing in the legs tonight. Nothing. This is actually my 3rd session of the day. I've done 2 exercise sessions already this morning with work. Unfortunately, couldn't get out of them. One of them being a strength and conditioning circuit, so quite a lot of squats this morning, and that ruined my legs completely for today. And as you can see now, I'm just trying everything I've got to try and bridge to them, but just as I get close, they just get away again. And in my mind, I kind of settle in for the last 15k thinking I'm just going to be soloing it, because now I'm in a little bit of no man's land where I can't really get the group in front. About 11-20 seconds, and the group behind is 25 seconds. So do I let them catch up and slow down, or do I just give everything I've got to try and get onto the group ahead? So unlike some of the previous ones, this hasn't been a mass start, and has been some gaps between the pens, and the D pen started a minute behind us, and just this moment their lead pack catches me, and actually I just found that as a nice reprieve and a bunch I could sit in, but more happily 2 of my teammates were near the front of it. So at this point, although I've just lost a minute completely to the pen behind, I decide to try and stick with my 2 teammates. And just as I mentioned my 2 teammates, they both go to the front, so I was unsure if they wanted to just go to the front and try and break away, and if they did, because I'm kind of out of the race massively here, I would have just went to the front and buried myself for as long as I can on this flatter section, but it didn't seem to come to fruition. So for the next few Ks, we just kind of stay in the pack, try and save as much energy as I can for the final climb, and see if there's any way any of my teammates need a hand. One of my teammates, Russ Miller, I race with him quite frequently, normally on a Thursday on the team time trial, which is one of the reasons why my legs are pretty shot, because we did the Alpe de Zwift team time trial last week. And unfortunately, Russ wasn't in that one, which is unusual. He's normally in every one, but he gave that one a miss. So his legs should be a little bit fresher than mine, I think. We start coming up to the next bit where there's quite a few rollers, so just kind of use my weight and power down and just trying to roll over the top of it, because we can start to see the beginnings of the final climb coming up. We're only just over 3k to go, so everyone's pretty much staying together at this moment, and I'm quite enjoying having the company. So this last bit, when the climb starts, the first part of the climb, there doesn't seem to be any attacks off the front. Everyone kind of sticks together, which is nice to see, but I have a feeling everyone's just doing that to kind of save themselves for the final burst on the second half of the climb. So I'm just looking at the descent coming up, and I kind of realise my teammate Russ has just jumped off the back of the pack. And I'm completely out of my race, so I kind of just drop off the pedals a little bit to try and let Russ catch up and see if I can try and pace him back onto the pack. Again, like I say, I'm 120th out of 154 in the C pen, so it's just, there's nothing in for me. So at this point I just try and help him as much as I can, just sit in front of him, not go too crazy so that he's off again, but just try and give him that little bit draft if he can get it, and sometimes just that little bit of motivation that you need with having a teammate around you to maybe help you drag you up there. It is an individual sport built around a team game, so sometimes it's just nice to have some others around you. And that's it, coming up to the last part now. The group ahead is just crossing the line, so we'll come across the line together. I think at this point I've kind of realised that my legs are gone. I say they're 3 watts per kilo for 54 minutes, but I'm 120th, and I did then have a look on Strava, realise why I'm a little bit fatigued. But I had a look over the last 10 days. I've done 8 races, so unfortunately this is going to be my last race in the Flamme Rouge racing. Thanks for watching.